Namaskaram all, Dr. Neha Garg here. Today we will learn how the breath control can affect our minds and how pranayama can alter our physiology and is tied to the Vayus or the 5 airy bioenergies. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, an ancient text on yoga, says life is the period between one breath and the next. A person who only half breathes only half lives, and he who breathes correctly acquires control of the whole being. In our modern life, when mind is overcome with fear and competition, our breaths have become shallow, like our fast, superficial way of life. The exhaustion and the mental tension that we feel after a long workday is mainly due to this superficial, shallow breathing. Next, we will look at the impact of deep breathing on our physiology. During normal, shallow breathing, a person only draws in about 500 ml of air, which is also called the tidal volume. So the total amount of air moved in one shallow cycle is only 1 liter, 500 ml inhaled and 500 ml exhaled. So we can increase this amount to up to 2.5 liters with a deep inhalation, and we can exhale out about 1.5 to 1.7 liters during a deep exhalation. So during a deep rhythmic breathing cycle, we can increase this amount of air moved to up to 4 liters. And this is a pretty large number as compared to just 1 liter in shallow breathing. So this is also essentially more oxygen going in, and there's more carbon dioxide and volatile acids coming out, as during each deep breath, the breath becomes longer, which allows for extra time for gas exchange. This favorable change in the blood chemistry then slows down and relaxes the mind. Modern medicine only started exploring this mind-breath connection in the last 20-30 years. But the science of pranayama or breath control has been passed down for thousands of years. It is a well-studied practice and extensively documented in ancient yogic texts. So we will learn more about this topic next. What is pranayama? Prana means breath, life, vitality, or energy. Prana is not just the air that we breathe in, but it is also the vital life force or the vital energy. It is also referred to as chi in Chinese tradition. Ayama means to stretch, to prolong, or to restrain. So pranayama essentially is the practice of prolongation of breath and its restraint. Pranayama activates and circulates all the 5 Vayus or the air bioenergies in our bodies. These are also referred to as the Vayus. There are 3 cycles in a pranayama breath which are closely linked to these Vayus, and we will look at that next. The first part of the breath cycle is the inhalation or the Puraka. This allows the pranavayu to enter our bodies and provide this vital energy to the cells, the tissues, and the mind. Pranavayu is the primary regulator of our thoughts, which in turn affects our emotions. Proper inhalational technique leads to delivery of activated pranavayu to the brain, which then transitions into healthy, positive thought pattern and a state of balance and equanimity. The second part of the breath cycle is the exhalation or the Rechaka. This process activates the Udana Vayu, which is located in the throat and around the lungs, and it's responsible for the process of exhalation, for excretion of carbon dioxide and volatile acids from the body. This Udana Vayu, it also regulates our body's buoyancy and the lightness in our system. So if our exhalation is correct, we tend to feel light in our body and in our thoughts. You might have noticed that whenever we are overwhelmed with thoughts, we have to let go. So this forceful exhalation is just a mechanism to get rid of that extra lingering thoughts. The third part of the cycle is the retention of breath, which is also called Kumbhaka, which means a pot. When the breath is retained after inhalation in fullness of breath, it's called Antar Kumbhaka, or a pot full of air. If the breath is retained after exhalation or in emptiness, it's called Bahya Kumbhaka, or an empty pot. This retention of breath or Rechaka causes activation of the Vyana Vayu. This Vyana Vayu is located around our heart area and in our circulatory system. So it moves from the center to the peripheries and then back from the peripheries to the center, and it helps in maintaining the integrity of the cells and the structure. It also helps in regulation of our blood pressure, which we will look in one of our upcoming videos. Lastly, the movements and the compression of the abdomen, which occurs with pranayama, it tends to increase the circulation of the other two types of Vayus, which are located in the abdominal area. Samana Vayu is the fourth type of Vayu, which is located in the mid-abdomen, and it helps in regulation of digestive processes by movement of food and nutrients from the stomach to the small colon, then to the large colon. Apana Vayu is the fifth type, which is located in the lower abdomen, and it helps with removal of waste products like urine and stools, and it also helps with ejaculation and childbirth. So pranayama helps in balancing these 5 Vayus and all the physiologic processes that they govern. This includes our circulatory system, our digestive system, excretory systems, and most importantly, our psychologic system and the mind, which controls the perception, the thoughts, and the emotions. According to the yogic texts, regular practice of pranayama quietens the upsurge of senses and desire, making mind free of thoughts or nirvishay. The practitioner's words, thoughts, and deeds, they become pure and clean, with firmness in body and steadiness in intellect. We'll wrap up today's video with an important reminder. It is crucial that you learn advanced pranayama techniques from a well-trained and skilled guru. Also make sure that you begin doing your yoga asanas first to improve your flexibility and posture. Practicing pranayama incorrectly can worsen conditions like asthma, high blood pressure, glaucoma, and it can also trigger pain around the heart, the ears, the eyes, and cause dry tongue. The source of information shared today are the texts on Yoga and Kriya by Swami Satyananda Saraswati and Light on Pranayam by Yogacharya BKS Iyengar. Please hit the like and subscribe button, as it will help us produce more such content. And do let us know in the comments if you would like to hear about a particular topic. Namaskaram.